Hello there, people of YouTube and beyond. I'm Marcus Turner with the Rogue Renegade Productions. Probably wondering why I'm hiding under this bed. I saw what looked like a DVD copy of The Cat in the Hat. I don't think it followed me here, but... Oh! It was a DVD copy of The Cat in the Hat. That's so stupid beginning. God. Unleashed to the world in 2003, The Cat in the Hat is probably, out of all the movies I'll be looking at in this series, the one that was bashed and hated the most, called Every Bad Thing Under the Sun, an unfaithful and insulting adaptation of Dr. Seuss's work, the jokes being too raunchy and dumb, and everything in it falling flat. But as per what this series entails, the movie has grown a cult following in the years since. I and many other people who grew up with this movie find it hilarious, and far smarter than people give it credit for. With no further time to waste, I present to you The Cat in the Hat. The movie starts with a brilliantly done Dr. Seuss-style animated opening, set to some pretty nice music, accompanied by a proper Dr. Seuss-style rhyming narrator.
A mom and 2 kids, and a house and a hat that, oddly enough, was worn by a cat.
That's David Newman again, doing some more fantastic work. The movie is directed by Bo Welch, normally a production and set designer who worked on many great films like Men in Black and Beetlejuice, with The Cat in the Hat being the only film he ever directed. I think him being in the director's chair for this movie pays off, as who better to bring to life the weird world of Dr. Seuss than a man who knows his way around a set and knows how to make it memorable. You can see his fingerprints all over as we're shown the city of Anvil, reminiscent of our world, but not exactly, almost an uncanny valley situation, not too far off from Dr. Seuss and his illustrative work. I would actually highly recommend checking out Breadsword's video, An Argument for The Cat in the Hat. Amazingly in-depth, and he brings up points and waters where I won't tread for the sake of keeping this review from getting to be too much of a chore. We then head into a real estate office where Joan Walden, played by Kelly Preston, works. This scene sets up the weird nature of this world as well as her kids, the main characters of this movie's tendencies and behaviors before we even meet them, particularly the messy house.
If your house is as messy as last time,
you're fired!
I'm not gonna lie, he's given very little screen time, and Mr. Homerflip is one of the funniest parts of this movie. We then head over to the house where we get a decent fake out with Conrad, played by Spencer Breslin, wearing part of his fursuit. Seriously, why does he have those feet? Even more of these kids, including Sally, played by Dakota Fanning, are set up as we get crystal clear what their personalities are like. Conrad sets up a indoor stair luge. Okay. He slides down the stairs and demonstrates his perfect understanding of slapstick. Their dog Nevins runs away as the kids explain what happened. We get a brilliant subversion of behaviors. One would think Sally would have more of the moral high ground, but no, she throws Conrad under the bus as much as he does to her. Nevins is then brought back by the mom's boyfriend, Lawrence, played by Alec Baldwin, the perfect man to play the movie's overarching... Who the f*** is texting me? The perfect man to play the movie's overarching ass. I love how imposing and two-faced Lawrence is in this movie. It really makes him out to be someone that you don't want to see succeed, like a good villain should.
Here's the thing, son. Come here.
I don't give a damn that you're 12 years old or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
The mom then takes off after bringing in the babysitter, Mrs. Kwan. And we get an interaction with the mom and Conrad that feels genuine and something that kids watching can probably relate to. Not only that, but before this, we hear Sally say she hates someone who's bossy when she herself is bossy and controlling. Mrs. Kwan falls asleep and we get a perfect recreation of the opening from the book, followed up by the kids investigating a bump they heard and a scene straight out of The Conjuring.
Conrad? Conrad?
Oh! We are then finally introduced to the cat himself, played by everyone's favorite ogre super spy and host of Wayne's World, Mike Myers. First thing to note is the makeup job, which is done pretty well, same with the costume.
Who is this? Oh.
That's my mom.
awkward. Yeah.
Why is the mom's picture a Playboy fold out? The quips from the cat all throughout are quite funny and kept me laughing the whole way through.
You pay this woman to sit on babies? That's disgusting! disgusting. I'd do it for $700. Who's your insurance carrier? There are 2 treatments I'd recommend. One is a series of painful shots injected into your abdomen and kneecaps.
We then get the cat figuring out Conrad and Sally as a rule breaker and a control freak, something the audience no doubt picked up on, but not the cat himself, giving him a goal with his antics, which I like. As the cat breaks out into song, the fish then comes alive and becomes this movie's more kinda obnoxious but absolutely necessary voice of reason, although it begs the question of, is the fish alive due to the cat's magic? We then get another great recreation in the form of the cat's balancing act from the book, but here he's probably practicing this in the hopes that he gets into the dark carnival where he belongs. The kids then decide to go through with the cat's more rule-breaking fun, even Sally despite the fish trying to get her to listen to reason. She even acknowledges that this decision will go against her better instincts. Then, this part.
Let's take a look under the hood. Where's my jack? Sorry.
Here it is.
Down, Chippa! Down, Chippa!
I don't know what it is about this part, but my god, did me and my sister rewind this part over and over again, and it's still funny as hell. After the cat is done being vored by the couch, they all jump on it. This is then interrupted by Lawrence popping in. And here we see even more how much of a manipulative liar he is. He's a slob, doesn't take care of himself, and is doing everything to impress the kid's mom and take Conrad out of the picture. The kids then decide they want to make cupcakes, so the cat does a TV cooking skit, bringing out Dr. Doofenshmirtz's new invention, the Cupcakeinator. This whole scene is also still pretty funny.
Hi, welcome to Astounding Products. Do you love making cupcakes but hate all the hard cupcake work? Well,
All this bullshit, what the
to the amazing Cupcakeinator. I'm so excited! This amazing device can instantly make cupcakes out of anything that you have in the kitchen. I'll get you, and I'll look like a bloody accident. Spin the drawer. Fill the patented Cupcakeinator tray. Did you just say minutes away? That's impossible! You're not just wrong.
You're a fucking idiot.
Shut up! I mean it. I will end you. Well, that's interesting because... Son of a bitch!
One thing that works to this movie's credit, this part included, is that it is not afraid at all to push the boundaries in terms of its more adult side. Scooby-Doo 1 did this, and kids' movies back then and today still do the adult jokes, but this movie really pushes the envelope in a way that ones, especially today, don't really do. Makes you appreciate it all the more the older you get. The cupcakes they made then explode all over the place, so the cat recruits the help of Thing 1 and Thing 2, who always do the exact opposite of what they're told. They also look like the Who's from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Conrad then looks inside the box, which the cat closes, and gives him a firm warning about.
You probably don't want to do that.
Why not? It's just a crate.
This isn't just any old crate. It's the trans-dimensional transporter later. It's kind of like a doorway which leads from this world to my world. Look. Now, I'm not usually a rules guy, but this is a biggie. No opening the crate. No looky, no touchy. Got it?
Conrad messes with the lock anyway, which latches itself onto Nevins as the things then begin wrecking the house, this prompting Sally and Conrad to fetch their comically large nets and try to catch them. They don't, and the things toss Nevins out the window. The kids and the cat then head out to find Nevins while we cut to Lawrence.
What do you want now?
You're repossessing my TV. Here, let me give you a credit card. Oh, that one's expired. Oh, come on.
Is the scary scene gone? Lawrence then notifies the mom that the dog got out and sets out himself to get him back and bust the kids. The cat and kids find Nevins, and we get a bit of reflection with Sally as she sees some of her friends at a party she wasn't invited to.
Everyone I know is there. There's Ginny and Ellen. How come Denise didn't invite me to her birthday?
Then, the scene of scenes. The jewel in the crown of this movie and the maker of memes. This. It's perfect. I love it.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Lawrence gets the dog, but the cat has a plan to catch up with him and get Nevins back.
Here she is, the super luxurious omnidirectional whatchamajigger, or SLOW for short.
SLOW?
It's better than the last name we had, super hydraulic instantaneous transporter.
Oh, you mean...
No! Quick to the slow!
More hijinks occur in which the cat allows minors to drive and the car crashes. They do catch up with Lawrence to get Nevins back.
Hi there, would you like to sign my petition?
And end up in a dance club, rave, MDMA joint, whatever. They leave and the cat realizes after that he lost his hat. While not the best acted, no discredit or disrespect to Spencer Breslin, he's great in a lot of stuff, Conrad comes to the self-realization of doing the opposite of what is told and uses that to help them out, getting the things to go and distract their mom to buy them time. The kids and cat get back to the house and find it oddly immaculate, but Lawrence catches up to them. He then gets spooked by the appearance of the cat. Are we sure this isn't a horror film? And he falls. Basic and overdone joke, I know, shut up. They then find themselves in the midst of the mother of all messes. To traverse, they ride Mrs. Kwan. Saying that took 5 years off my lifespan. They then go through the place like it's a roller coaster, but not without some product placement.
This is amazing! It's like a ride in an amusement park!
You mean like at Universal Studios? Cha-ching!
I think I'll stick with the Wayne's World product placement.
Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
The kids get the lock back on the crate, but the house falls completely apart, at least for some reason only on the inside. Really nicely done set though. Conrad and Sally angrily kick the cat out, and they both sit and reflect on what happened, deciding not to lie to each other and both to accept responsibility. This is some of the best acting from the two, and just an overall really good scene.
This was my fault. I'll take the blame. Mom will be home any second. Why don't you go upstairs?
I'm not going upstairs. I'm staying with you. This is just as much my fault as yours. We should share the blame.
Thanks, Sally.
By the way, you're a pretty good brother.
We all think the mom is about to come in, but instead, it's the cat. A decent fake out even if you know the book at all. The cat and things clean up the house with mechanized arms, hands, and gears that honestly just remind me of the second Inspector Gadget movie. The kids forgive the cat and they all bid each other farewell as the mom comes home to a clean house. The party goes splendidly and the movie ends.
The family was whole, all thanks to the cat. He was witty and cultured and tremendously attractive, but in a sort of real way, you know, kind of approachable way.
Oh! Hello! I was just, I really should be going.
And there it is, The Cat in the Hat. A fun time. While no doubt dumb and childish and immature, honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I said at the beginning, the movie is far smarter than people give it credit for, as it not only does more adult jokes most kids' films wouldn't dare to try, but it took Dr. Seuss's work in a different way. Not a bad way, but different with added layers of character and charm along with awesome set design and the presence of Mike Myers that makes this movie as memorable as it is. Not just Mike Myers, but all the other actors do great as well in their roles, being very believable and fleshed out. This is just a fun, dumb, and silly movie that I will always come back to for as long as I live. Be sure to tune in next time as I take a look at the 2002 Disney animated feature, Treasure Planet. Thank you for watching Gen Z Reviews. Comment down below suggestions for movies you'd like me to take a look at in the future, and that's it for this review. Farewell and stay well.